Austrian word in my head, but I figured out something else. Okay, my charge now is, thanks for the save. My charge is now really to explain to you sort of the process of the program and really sort of explain to you what it is all about. I think a lot of items have already been captured by Henny, by Stu, by Rolando. And my goal is really sort of to explain this to you. What we're trying to do with this is really move away from a traditional business plan competition where, as Henny said, the CIA approach, you submit a business plan under the door and somebody will eventually, hopefully, look at it, and then you'll get a validation by some judge. And then, eureka, you got it, you made it, and now you're an entrepreneur, you get a check and move on. And we really don't think that way. We think about it as a process. You need to advocate for your ideas, you need to engage in a community, and while you engage in a community, you find out new ideas. So whatever idea you may have in mind now may not be the idea that you actually be pitching at the end of the semester. And this is really how I would see it. So we are here to sort of provide you with a meeting point. And we start off the meeting today and continue doing so. And as you move along, we'll throw events, resources to you, really to engage in that. And it's really up to you to sort of take advantage of this. It's not sort of a package that we deliver to you and then you see what's in there and then this is what you have to use. With every resource comes a new resource. So think of this in terms of meeting people from IBM, from Sunshine, Oceana community, past graduates from our programs, faculty, and most importantly, everybody else who's participating. And really think of this as a validation exercise for your ideas. And so be proactive and advocate for what you're trying to accomplish here. Okay, we did that. So this is sort of our process. And we sort of started here now with the concept development and really try to move you through the course of the semester all the way to our final pitch presentation. And then the 5 top teams that emerge from this exercise will get to participate in this virtual business incubator through the boot camp, the Sunshine Suites space, as well as some ongoing mentorship. However, that doesn't mean that all the other students are now, you didn't get validation, not allowed to go ahead. We have a solid network of people who will be still part of our social community. So you take advantage of this. And you may not make it to the final, but in the meantime, here we start your business. And so see this not really as the only validation that's part of the process. I think there are many, many benefits that go along with this. So really try to see it that way. Okay, so this is sort of, I'm not going to break down these 3 steps. The first part of the semester, well, sign up a network. We're here today. I hope everybody got a chance to talk to somebody that they didn't know today. If you haven't done that, please take the opportunity afterwards to do that. And really talk to people and see what they're doing. I guess we forced you to sort of identify some characteristic about yourself or what you're interested in. So take out little badges and see what people are interested in. If you're interested in gaming, I know somebody over here who's also interested in gaming, so we want to connect right away. So Corinne, for example, works on a gaming project. So just make sure to seek these opportunities and connect with people. And I think that's also the philosophy of Sunshine Suites. It's not the desk that's important, it's the people that sit on other desks around you. And I think that's key. And we extended sort of the desks also into the virtual environment. Okay, semester is fairly easily structured. We have 3 milestones. You start out with a 30 seconds pitch. Put it up on YouTube, get some validation. If you're too CIA-like about your idea, then you may not want to share it, then you may not necessarily want to participate and find other ideas. But put it up on YouTube and link it to your personal group profile on our social networking site. Then we'd like you to think about your executive summary. This is not a business plan competition where you have a research exercise in the library, or the dungeon of the library, and after 60 pages, you get the satisfaction of having written 60 pages. I think it's important that you articulate now your pitch into sort of just a short summary. This is where I'm heading with this. And really use this then again to, practice your pitches, refine your ideas. And develop an ask for your idea. So what type of resources do you need? It's not only money, it's also people who need to be engaged here. And then last part, before the actual pitch, is slide deck. So you then take your pitch, your executive summary and the slide deck, 5 to 10 pages, and now articulate your executive summary in visuals. And really create this problem statement that you are actually trying to address and solve. And I think that's sort of how we treat this. Who are the judges? Well, we will identify the judges as you move along. The judges will actually be the mentors. So some of you may say, oh, that's a conflict of interest. If a mentor's working with me, of course they're advocating for me. Well, but how do you know that the mentor's actually going to work with you? So we're trying to use the social structure to identify a new level of mentorship. It's not you as team A will be assigned to mentor B, and the two of you must communicate, and you gel, and you're successful, and everything will be wonderful. That's not how it works. You need to be proactive in seeking mentorship. And we're trying to establish 3 levels here. And we have about a month to figure out how we push the mentors into our channels and also have you sign up. But there will be 3 components. Mentorship will be self-initiated. We have a mentorship group with all the mentors listed. You can then look at the personal profiles, go to the profile and say, hey, this person seems like an interesting person. If you're gaming with a person from IBM who is a serious gaming person, well, if this person interests you, pitch your idea to her. Maybe you get feedback. If she thinks your idea is not worthwhile, she may tell you or not get back to you. She's very nice about it. Next thing is mentor initiated. Mentors now also get a chance to look at your projects. They look at the pitches. So if you work on a project that is related to somebody's interest, the mentor may reach out to you. And I think that's also important. So the way you present yourself on the social network, mentors may now actually reach out to you because they want to help. They want to identify this. So you co-construct sort of your mentorship relationship. And I don't believe in assigned mentorship. These are things that just happen. Stu Schulman has been my mentor and became a very good friend over the past 10 years, or actually 12, 13 years. And I didn't seek him out, or he didn't seek me out. We just met in his apartment, not in the Alps, in his apartment on the 16th floor on the Upper East Side. And you know, at some point he said, hey, you should come over to New York. Let's do something together. I really like the way you think. And I said, look, I really like what you guys do. Let's figure out what this is. We still didn't know quite how we were going to do this, but we did it. And everything else sort of developed naturally. And then we have sort of the formal structure, like an